My new friend tried to kill me. By ordinary. It all started when my father got a new job in a different town in Texas. We are from Texas. So we moved. I really hated moving there, losing all my friends, and school would be over in a few months. But I also understood my father, so I didn't blame him for taking the new job. So we arrived at the new town, Water Valley. It looked really nice here. Small town, neighbors welcomed us the first day, and all went pretty smooth. Then my first day at school came. I was nervous as hell. Some ignored me, some looked at me. Typical stuff, I guess. I went into class, and the teacher wanted me to introduce myself. I went up, said where I was from, and sat back down. I sat next to this kid. His name was James. He wrote a note and threw it at my desk. I looked at him. He just looked back and smiled. Then I thought, shit, already someone who wants to bully me. Damn it. I opened the note and it just said, "Hey, I'm James. Not a man of big words, huh?" I smiled at the note and I looked at him. He smiled back and then started writing again. Another note, just school stuff. The next break, he went up to me and we talked for a few moments, and he asked for my number and if I wanted to hang out after school. I actually had planned something with my dad, but thought that he would understand and be alright with it, so I said yes. School went by faster than thought, and I went to the park he suggested for the meet. We talked and came along well. He seemed to be alright. We both were kinda old schoolish, basement type PC players and so on. Also, we both trained, and he suggested once more that we should go to the local gym. Weeks passed by with nothing happening. We hung out on the regular now. He introduced his girlfriend to me and his parents. Everything was alright until last week. Things started to get kinda weird. I told him that I was allergic to bananas and I shouldn't eat them if I didn't want to die young. So we went we were hanging out at his place and eating candy, and he had some with banana flavor. I asked him if he could give me some. He looked into the bag and threw one. I didn't look and struggled with the wrapper. As I looked at it, I saw it was banana flavored. I looked at him. "Hey, come on, dude. You know I'm allergic to bananas." He looked at me. "Oh, sorry, man. I didn't mean to." I shook it off and we went on playing. Nothing happened again for a few weeks, but then again, we had walking stairs in school, almost empty halls. It was late that day. We talked. He said something I didn't understand, so I looked behind me as he pushed me hard. I almost fell down the stairs, but could save myself from falling by holding onto the rail. I was shocked for the moment, and he said, "Sorry, man, you alright? I tripped." I saw him push me, but I was not really sure. Maybe he actually tripped. Again, nothing too crazy went by, and someone was coming. We were both hyped and talked about going camping or something like that, doing crazy shit. So we started planning the trip. Just a few trees and nature sounded alright to me. Prepared everything for the trip. Tents, snacks, and some drinks. The type of shit you need. Summer finally came, and first week in we went camping. We hiked for a few miles and found the perfect place. A lake nearby and a lot of forest, the thing we have been looking for. When we arrived and set everything up, it was already turning dark and we made a campfire. We drank a few beers and talked. James played some guitar and we sang silly songs, Sweet Home Alabama and so on. It turned night and we were both a bit drunk. We sat there next to the fire and we asked weird shit like, "Have you ever thought of fucking a teacher?" Really dumb questions. Don't forget, we were drunk, so yeah. Then James got really quiet. He stared into the flames and then asked, "Hey DC, you ever thought about killing somebody?" I looked at him, kinda scared, and said, "No, man. Have you?" I looked at me and said, "Yeah, I mean, kinda, not really the whole how I do it or who, but how it feels like ending somebody forever." I was shocked and stood up and said, "Yeah, man, it's getting late. We should rest. We have a week to go," and he agreed. And we went into our tents. I tried not to fall asleep as fast because I was kinda scared, to be honest, but I thought that we were both drunk and it just turned really dark. My eyes got heavy, and after a few minutes of trying not to fall asleep, I fell asleep. Then I woke up to the sound of something walking outside my tent. It was too late, so I didn't thought about James and the whole killing me, but about an animal trying to eat us, or some psycho trying to murder us. I looked for my phone. As I found it, I turned on the flashlight and saw a shadow. It was a human, and not an animal. Then Sipmo opened the tent, and James stood there, a Swiss Army knife in hand, with a look of death in his eyes. He jumped and stabbed in my direction. I blocked it with my forearm, and he cut into it. I threw him to the side, and the tent turned with us inside. Then it ripped, and I jumped up and ran. James was a fast runner, and faster than me, of course, but I knew how to defend myself. My uncle, being a U.S. Marine, he showed me a lot, and now I'm really thankful. He was behind me and turned and push-kicked him to the ground. The kick hit him directly into his chest and he fell to the ground. He also dropped the knife. Could have killed him right there, but I wasn't going to do that. I ran as fast as possible, just away. I had nothing, no phone, no wallet, nothing. I ran and found a cop car patrolling the streets. I threw my hands up and screamed to please stop. The car full on hit the brakes and I saw a figure stepping out. I didn't see anything too good because the headlights were blinding me. As I saw the person close, I realized it was James. But how was he so fast? I ran back into the forest as I heard it. He shot into my direction. I heard the bullets flying right over my head. I was injured and had no weapon. I thought that was it. That's my end. I'm going to end in a ditch next to the road. Then I heard the step coming closer and closer. I prayed to the Lord to not let me die like this. I was behind a tree at that point. He came around the tree, looking into my eyes, saying, "It was nice knowing you, DC." I cried, and he shot. But the gun jammed. I jumped up and tackled him hard. He fell to the ground. I punched him and took the gun. I then fired 2 shots, one at the chest, the next into his head. I dropped to my knees and vomited all over the ground. I went to take his phone and call 911. Police arrived and I got treated. I got driven home and a few detectives talked to me about what happened. I told them. Turns out I wasn't his first victim. They found 3 bodies buried around the place we camped at. I was lucky to survive that day.